What's up? This is your girl Chanel Loren. This is what you've all been waiting for. Beyonce did a sneak attack and she dropped Lemonade on Saturday night. I don't know where you were when it happened, but I was at Cold Stone when the plug came through and I got this album. Alright, I'm gonna jump right into it. We got lots to talk about. So Lemonade, she did some promos and she had the cornrows and the fur on. She was like, you know, chilling on top of the grill of a car, and we really didn't know what to expect, right? So first came the Lemonade documentary that aired on HBO over the weekend. It was an hour-long movie per se, where she basically took the majority of her songs minus Formation and told a story, right? So in the movie, I'll call it a movie, I want to say it was her grandma or some older lady that basically was like, you know, when life gives you lemon, make lemonade. So that's where that came from. So the album takes you through heartache, is my man, are you cheating on me, infidelity, anger, betrayal, deceit, heartbrokenness, resolution, forgiveness, all of that. It's like a roller coaster, a battle of emotions. And this album is unlike any other Beyonce album, right? So it's an aggressive Beyonce. She's yelling a lot. There's not a lot of crooning on this album. She has shit to get off her chest, right? So you got some rock and roll influence on this album. You've got gospel on this album. You got some reggae on this album, some Caribbean vibes. Shout out to your boy Mellow X, who co-wrote a couple of songs, specifically the reggae ones. Let's talk about the features on the album, right? Jack White, The Weeknd, Kendrick Lamar, 12 songs. Mellow X, who's a Brooklyn producer, shout out to him. He co-wrote some songs. Kevin Cossum, Winter Gordon. There is a rumor that Andre 3000 had his hand in one of the songs. I'm not quite sure. So this album, I listened to it and I've listened to it ever since. And at first I'm like, okay, Beyonce, are you telling us that Jay-Z cheated on you and now you're just like, fuck you, pay me? And then towards the end, you're like, you know what? I forgive you. I love you. You're the love of my life. It makes you go, So I'm sitting with the album and I'm like, man, this basically takes you through a woman's mind. Like when a man cheats on her, the level of emotions that she go through. Not once in this album did she talk about, I lied. I was about to say, not once in this album did she talk about revenge. That is not true. She did talk about getting back at you and getting on top of another dick to pay you back. Jesus Christ, Beyonce. I know my cousin. Yes, Beyonce knows it's my cousin. And I do not feel like this is true. I feel like she and Jay-Z sat together and her entire Parkwood team sat together and was like, look, what direction are we going to go with on this next album? And they said, you know what? Let's give the people what they want. America wants to see the demise of B and Jigga. So let's create this story, this storyline about, you know, Becky with the long hair, I cheated on you, how I just broke your heart, how you were just, you know, you crumbled down, and now the rise and the fall, and now I forgive you, and, you know, me and Blue, or Blue and I are just going to be, you know, happily ever after. So on this album, there are a lot of samples. So the samples span from the 1960s to like 2009. So she sampled Walk On By Isaac Hayes. She sampled an Outkast song. Whatever. Spodioti. I never knew how to say that, so thank you, Al. The Yeah Yeah Yeahs. So yeah, there's a a lot of rock and roll samples for this album. And just from Beyonce dropping this album on Saturday, she's already broken records, right? So since 1990, Rolling Stones has only given 21 albums a 5-star. Beyonce accomplished that in a matter of days. Within 48 hours, she got over 4.1 tweets. The memes are astounding. The numbers that she has made already in its first couple of days, it hasn't even been a week that I'm doing this review, are outstanding. The tour, Al is going to do this, I don't know when you guys are going to see this, but anyway, the actual night that I'm talking to you guys right now is the first night of the tour. So she said, I don't care. I'm going to drop this album a week, not even a full week before the tour, and you hoes have to digest and learn these lyrics. And they will, and they did. I already know the words to these songs. I have 5 go-to songs, right? So the album is only 12 songs. The songs are not that lengthy. So honestly, I've been listening to the album like over and over and over and over and over. Not on purpose, but it just rolls. And the first song, Love. So my favorite song is Sorry. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Like, put your middle finger in the air, unapologetic B, like, fuck it, I don't care. And we're used to getting that from Rihanna. We're not really used to hearing Beyonce being like, fuck it, you know, take it or leave it type attitude. And that's what she's giving us. Love Drought. The theme, though, it's like, even though she's selling this I've been cheated on story, the love that she has for this man, because I feel like they're characters. And I'll take B and J out of it. There's, you know, a woman and there's a man. So the love that the woman has for the man, even though he cheated on her, is still so heavy that it's just like, okay, I love you, you cheated on me, but we must overcome. You know, the ups and downs. People in relationships get cheated on all the time. And it's just like, I talked to a homeboy of mine, I won't give him a shout out, but he said, this album made me realize how fucked up men are. Like, we cheat on you and this is how we make you feel. So it made him think like, yo, like, maybe I shouldn't cheat. Like, Beyonce did this to this dude. Like, this is crazy. You should buy this. You will buy this. Like, it came out on Tidal exclusively. Just came out on iTunes. The physical copy comes out May 6th. The tour is right now. You should be buying this album. You should be going to the tour. You should be watching the HBO documentary that went along with it. And I'll tell you this. From the first listen to the album, I was like, okay, this album is unique. I need to sit with it for a while. Listen to the album repeatedly. Then, when I watched the imagery, the visual album that went along with it, made me love the album 10 times more. So, Beehive members, non-Beehive members, I've never heard this much dialogue about a Beyonce album in my entire life. I think that speaks for her and her camp and the elevation and how she just took her craft to another level. I think that this album might do maybe the biggest number out of all the albums that she's ever done. Only time will tell, so maybe we'll find out at the end of the week when, what's it called? Nielsen releases its numbers. Comment below. Let me know your favorite tracks. Again, I like Sorry, Love Drought, All Night is my shit. Let me know if you've gone to the tour. Talk to me. Interactive. This is social media, so let me know what you think. This is your girl, Chanel Loren. Spread love.